Survivor's ready. Go!
Travis spoken.
Boston Rob and Amber are gonna do it.
This is a business trip, as I like to say.
You, Brad Culpepper.
I'm tired of you and the fucking chicken.
You can call me the puppet master. They can be my little puppets.
It's not like you're making a deal with the devil here.
You get to milk your own milk, I guess.
Who the hell voted for me?
Chicken.
Damn! We got enough rocks here, too. We could build a pretty decent shelter just using rocks.
I'm supposed to talk glamour to you. You understand that better?
Direct from Hobart, it's time for the only Survivor podcast in Australia dedicated to Survivor, bringing you all the latest interviews, episodes, and opinions from the greatest reality show on the planet. It's Survivor Oz, and here's your host, Ben Waterworth. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Survivor Oz, Australia's #1 TV and film podcast. As we come to you for this very special Sunday night edition of Survivor Oz to announce the 2015 Ozcar finalists. You have been voting over the last 10 days to decide who will make the finals. And can I just say, a record amount of you voted. We had 2,194 votes in the first round this year. That is up from last year by about 300 votes. So thank you very much to everybody who voted this year. It continues to grow every single year. And we're very excited to announce these finalists. I have 5 wonderful Ozlets on the line here, 4 of whom are eligible for Ozlet of the Year, and they're here, I think, just to find out whether or not they're up for it, and I reckon there could be some hang-ups if none of them make it. We'll have to wait and see. Including, all the way from the US of A, Mr. Anthony Rossi. Rossi, welcome back to Survivor Oz.
Yeah, good to be back on the Survivor podcast again.
It's been a while. I haven't talked to you in ages. How are you feeling tonight, or this morning for you? Are you feeling like a nomination could be coming your way today?
I don't care.
You don't care? All right. Beautiful. I've missed you too, Rossi. The only person on this podcast not eligible for Ozlet of the Year because he left and came back, it is Mr. Cable, Brandon Cable. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad I'm not eligible because we all know I probably would have won if I was.
Easily. Congratulations too on Collingwood's victory today. I picked them, so thank you to them for winning.
Yeah, it was amazing because if you had seen us in the social club at halftime, it was very bleak. I'm apart from the real weather being very bleak and overcast and pretty shitty. The game, or the Collingwood Football Club, played pretty crap. So to come out that second half was amazing.
Well, I was in your fair city only a few hours ago, and I did happen to see a bunch of your scummy supporters walking around the city today. So gladly I avoided that area of the city today, so I didn't have to be witness to that. Now we've got a man from Snug whose connection is not brilliant. He's not in my kitchen this time. Mr. Noah Groves. Noah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's like an hour and 15 minutes away from winter, and I'm freezing my ass off here. It seems to be affecting the snug lines tonight, so I don't know, this could hurt my chances if people can't see me on a good line and see.
It's affecting you already. You're losing yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. No, you haven't made the finals yet. Maybe people are sick of your connections already and you've dropped out. We'll wait and see. But good to have you here. Literally just added him right now from the United Kingdom. It is Mr. James Pickering. Hello, James. Long time no chat. How are you?
Ben, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me on today's 15-year anniversary of Survivor. First episode, the 31st of May 2000.
You are absolutely correct there, James. Actually, good point. Happy anniversary. We've chosen today well. So, Survivor Borneo automatically wins a 15th anniversary award, apparently. How's the weather in England, James? You're about to start summer in a couple of hours. Well, 12 hours really for you, aren't you?
Yeah, you wouldn't know it. It's raining today, cloudy. It's quite nice. If it was sunny, everyone would get a little bit kind of iffy. So it's good to kind of keep it normal.
Well, Noah might be ruining the start of winter, but in an hour and 14 minutes we get winter started here, and I'm looking forward to it, if you ask me. Speaking of winter, Jared Lubick is here from Emu Plains. Hello, Jared. Welcome back.
Hello, it's good to be back. I wish we had a soundbite queued of Tony Blatcher's top 5, baby, because that would be appropriate for all of our finalists.
It is. Well, I sort of didn't really ask Noah or James, but I may as well ask you now. How are you feeling about your chances of making the finals for the Ozlet of the Year?
Not great. I mean, I won the Euros Vision predictions. I was equal first in the Amazing Race predictions. I think I've had too much luck lately, and that's going to run out.
You actually managed to get, weren't you dead last in the Amazing Race once? What happened?
Evidently, I knew all the people who were going to finish up the top, but I just couldn't predict the people who'd finished last. So, I mean, what do you know?
Fair enough. It shows I listened to one of our sister podcasts as well.
Equal first, that was Jared.
Jesus.
Equal first.
I said equal first.
with everyone else on the show except for Ross.
Noah comes in right there, doesn't he? And finally, also great to have back, also from Melbourne, Mr. Alex Marilla. Alex, welcome back.
Thank you, Ben. Pleasure to be back.
And congratulations to your Tigers beating Essendon last night as well.
Yes, a very good win by the Mighty Tigers. So, don't know how we figured out how to play football again, but it's good.
It's working.
We played you into form. That's what we did.
If both of you can send some love Carlton's way, we'd appreciate that. Now, for those who are new to the Ozcars, don't know what this is about, well, basically this is our annual awards ceremony, and for the last 10 days, we've asked you to vote in 17 different categories, and today we're here to announce the 5 finalists in each of those categories. You will have a further 6 days of voting, a day shorter this year, because we're going to have the final ceremony a day earlier as well, and you get to vote again for the finalists, and then we announce the winners this time next week. There are 18 categories in total, although the viewers and the listeners do not get to vote in the Lifetime Achievement Award. That is a Survivor Oz only voted category. So I already know the winner of that category, but that won't be announced this time next week. So basically, I'm going to go through these 17 categories. I'm going to announce the 5 finalists of each category in no particular order. So I will read these out, and this doesn't necessarily mean that is the order that they finished in the public voting for the first round. And I just will point out, too, that if you hear these names, and there's probably many names that you would expect to be in these categories, does not necessarily mean that even if they come first after the first round, they will come first after the final round. Because last year in particular, I think about half of the categories, the winner at the end of the first round didn't go on to win the Oscar. So that's where your votes will start again now. So no votes from the first round will carry over. So you need to keep voting.
Again.
Start again. It's not going to happen. Now, in each category, I will ask each of the Ozlets quickly to give a few predictions, and we'll see how we go. So we'll start off. We have 2 different types of Ozcar awards. We have the best new Oscar for the last 12 months, and then we have the lifetime ones for sort of the history and the 15-year history of Survivor. So we'll start off with the best new hero for 2014-2015. So this, of course, covers San Juan del Sur and Worlds Apart. So just a quick vibe of this. Let's start with you, Rossi. I mean, biggest heroes. Who do you see from the last 2 seasons would be in this? Who are you predicting will make this?
Probably Shireen, based on the recent controversy. Keith and Natalie probably have a good shot as well.
Okay, I probably won't go around everybody because we're here all night, so I'll just ask a couple of you. James, what are you thinking for biggest hero? Give me some names that maybe Rossi didn't mention.
I think Shireen's an absolute shoo-in. I think the other one who will probably get there is Joe, considering he's so popular. And probably Mike as well, because he was a bit of an underdog throughout the season.
Alex, anyone else?
No, I thought Joe and Mike were the 2 for me that I thought would get into it.
Jared?
Yeah, just the same that everyone else has said.
Beautiful. Cable?
Come on, you got to say Vince, surely.
And
No, in all seriousness, I agree with probably everyone else. I think I voted for Tyler, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, so I would have thought Mike, Joe, Shireen, and probably Keith.
Noah, you're hoping for a Keith vote here?
I think Joe is going to be the winner of the whole thing, but I'd love a Keith. Stick to the plan, but also people seem to paint him.
Nope. People seem to paint what?
Keith.
Town red.
Like nude pictures of somebody?
Let's go with that.
All right, no, sorry, you cut out. We'll go with the finalists. All right, drum roll. The 5 finalists for the biggest new hero for 2014-2015 from Survivor, Worlds Apart, Joe Anglem. You can clap if you want to, or not. From Survivor, Worlds Apart, Shireen Oskui. I'm just going to call her Shireen because I don't actually know how to pronounce her last name, so You meant to actually clap. From Survivor, San Juan del Sur, Natalie Anderson. James, I feel like you should say Natalie, because we just like to use that. No, all right. Thank you. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Mike Holloway. And from Survivor San Juan del Sur, Keith Dale. I'm happy with Keith there. So we got 2 San Juan del Surians and 2 Worlds Apartians. Cable, no shocks there, I'm guessing?
No.
No? Right, Noah's like just dropping out. Alex, no surprises there?
No, although I would consider most of them actually probably more villainous in how they played than heroes, but we love them, so that's good.
Well, they might make the villains as well. Noah, are you back? Did you hear those nominees? No, right, you're not back. Oh, I love them all, Ben. Thanks, Noah. Now, again, I won't necessarily go around everybody because, as I said, we'll take forever. All right, let's go straight into biggest villain 2014-2015. Rossi, any thoughts here?
Will and Dan are probably going to run away with this category.
Okay.
So.
Okay, James?
Rodney's also got to get in. And from San Juan del Sur, I don't know, Missy maybe?
Okay. Alex?
Well, the most despicable move in the 2 seasons was Mike not doing the auction thing, but I don't think anyone will really acknowledge that. But for me, that's the biggest villain thing.
Of course, there's a possibility you can make both the hero and villain category. Jared?
Yeah, I think Dan, Will, Rodney, potentially John Mish from San Juan del Sur.
Okay, interesting. Cable?
I didn't really consider anyone apart from Dan at all. So I would be shocked if he wasn't the winner. And yeah, probably maybe Rodney and Will with him, but that's about it.
And Noah is still floating around in purgatory, so I think that they're all villains, Ben. All right, thanks, Noah. Okay, the 5 finalists in the biggest villain for 2014-2015 from Survivor Worlds Apart, Rodney Lavoie Jr. Rodney's on the board. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Will Sims 2, busting out. From Survivor San Juan del Sur, Drew Christie.
Oh, that's a good one.
No one even mentioned his name. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Dan Foley. And from Survivor San Juan del Sur, Baylor Wilson. Oh, everyone's all up over that one. I just want to point out, I was shocked that Baylor made it. I don't know. Jared, what exactly villainous moves did Baylor do?
I don't know. Turning against the girls. Nothing.
Release sticky situation.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Rossi, anything to add on those 5?
Baylor's not in the right category.
No.
Whatever.
Oh well, she got a nomination. All right, Cable.
I thought she was more of a brat than a villain, and yeah. Who was the other nomination? Sorry, again.
So Drew, Baylor, Will, Rodney, and Dan.
Okay, yeah, sorry. And Drew, I don't know if he's such a villain more so than a douchebag.
Alex?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm right with that.
Okay. I think Rossi typing Jonquilin was robbed. Yeah.
True. John Mitch probably should have been in there.
Yeah. I feel Jacqueline was robbed for hero. I voted for Jacqueline for best hero. Just people care.
Of course you did.
Don't laugh, Cable. Shut up.
No.
Special mention to John Rocker as well.
Yeah, I know, actually. Like, I voted for Rocker for villain. And didn't even get close to the final 5, poor old Rocker.
But don't we think Rocker was never a villain? He was deemed a villain for his past, not what he actually did in Survivor.
True, but I guess... I guess...
He came into the game potentially a villain.
Okay.
But,
good point.
Yeah.
Good point. I stand corrected. All right. Sexiest new male, 2014-15. Cable, this is your favourite category, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Who do you want to see in the sexy males in this category?
Geez, I forgot who I voted for. I've got my list somewhere.
I can tell you.
Well, tell me, who did I vote for?
You voted for Vince.
Vince. Yeah.
Bit of Vince in the morning, why not? Rossi, Sexiest new male, who do you want?
Well, John and Michelle are probably going to run away with it, but it wouldn't surprise me to see Dan, Foley, and Keith if some voting.
Ye of little faith to our voters. Alex?
I backed in Joaquin, actually.
James?
Joe is 100% going to win this, but I would love to see either Dan, Foley, or Keith get a bit of a shout out, actually.
Ooh.
The older men.
Okay. Jared?
Yes, similar to what people have said, potentially Jeremy as well.
Okay, yep. Didn't know Jeremy vote there. All right. Let's announce these. From Survivor, San Juan del Sur, John Mish. Sounds like you open up a bottle of Coke, like Mish. From Survivor, San Juan del Sur, Joaquin Super Bowl. It's not actually his last name, by the way. It's French. I can't speak French. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Mike Holloway. No one brought up the Mike sexy factor.
Mike's not sexy.
All right.
Batman is, I guess. So,
Batman sexy. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Joe Anglim. And from Survivor Worlds Apart, Dan Foley. Oh, we're going to get shit for that one. So only one San Juan del Sur in there, Jared. Is that a bit of a shock?
I suppose a little bit. I mean, Dan wasn't really, because he's a male escort, so that could have come into it.
Alex?
I can't think of many shocks from it. Maybe Alec and his plain face would have got some more votes, but other than that.
Okay, Rossi?
John Mitch is there, so it's all good.
Cable? Beautiful. James?
I'm very happy for Dan. But yeah, I would have thought the Christie brothers would have been in with a shout. So, yeah, but not.
All right, no, I think you're back. I can hear a helicopter. I can hear a train taking off. You just missed. Well, you missed 3 categories. Did you hear any of the nominations so far?
I heard about 0.00 of the nomination.
Well, I'll go over it just a second for you. And I should correct myself, Dylan. Thank you for pointing that out if I said he was from San Juan del Sur for Joaquin, but he's obviously from Worlds Apart. All right, so just quickly, for Noah's benefit, Sexiest new male, Joe Anglim, John Mish, Mike Holloway, Joaquin, and Dan Foley. New villain, Dan Foley. Dan Foley, Rodney, Will, Baylor, and Drew, and new hero Mike, Natalie, Joe, Shireen, and Keith. Any shocks there for you, sir?
I mean, Dan Foley's a pretty sexy guy.
We shouldn't laugh. Like, people's tastes are different around the world.
I'm only laughing because he did lose his manties, so maybe that upped his votes. People were excited about that prospect. And Baylor. What's she doing?
In villain, yeah, well, I don't know. Obviously, I reckon Dale and Kelly must have done a lot of voting. Maybe. Anyway, all right. Let's get into the one that I think we're all very much excited for. Sexiest new female, 2014-15. Noah, come on now. Who do you want on this list?
Jacqueline!
One name only. Do you want to add anyone else?
No, I feel like of these past 2 years, there's not an obvious candidate except for Jacqueline. And if she doesn't get in, hashtag Jacqueline was wrong.
We've started already. Cable, come on now. You're Mr. Expert in this category.
I'm an expert. I've gone down a totally different route, and I actually found Lindsay really sexy, even with the tats.
I'm with you.
No, I'm there.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I picked her, and I was like, yeah, I know Jacqueline's going to get all the votes, but I sort of thought, she should be top 5. I think these 2 seasons have been a bit plain Jane when it comes to the sexy females, to be totally honest.
That was season 21.
You know what I'm saying.
Rossi?
Yeah, Jacqueline's probably gonna do really well. Lindsay could get in there. Jen could probably also get in there as well.
Okay, Alex.
I was going to say I backed Haley in, but I would have backed Sierra until she kind of came back out on the jury and things, and I wasn't thrilled with her makeup design at that point.
Jared.
Yeah, similar to what people have said. I think Kelly Wentworth's probably in with a shot as well.
Okay, James.
I think Jen is. I thought Jen with the personality as well. So that personality as well, Ben, was quite good. Baylor is what I think.
Why are you going off at me? Was last year Morgan's personality? I mean, what?
Did Morgan win it last year?
Did Morgan win it last year? Is the Pope Catholic, Cable? Like, come on, who else was going to win it last year?
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, Sexiest New Female, 2014-2015. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Haley Ford. Just beat out Haley Holden. From Survivor San Juan del Sur, nobody mentioned her, Baylor Wilson.
Oh, what
situation?
I'm damn happy about that. Come on, Noah. How obsessed were we with her before the season?
Hashtag Missy needs to go with her. You can't have Baylor on her own. It has to be the cheerleader together.
From Survivor Worlds Apart, Sierra Dawn Thomas.
I can see it.
From Survivor Worlds Apart, Jen Brown. And from Survivor San Juan del Sur, Jacqueline Schultz.
My heart was beating.
I pulled up a Golden Boy Israel moment for you there, Noah.
Well played, well played.
Any shocks there, Noah? No?
But I meant to So Kim. I think So Kim was robbed. Maybe she wasn't around long enough. But Jacqueline's there, I don't care. She's got to win.
Rossi, was So Kim robbed?
I think Nina was.
Yeah, damn straight. Where's the Nina love?
Carolyn?
Carolyn? Oh, well, Carolyn's... Yeah, right. Alex?
She's 52. She looks about 30.
True. No, I'm pretty comfortable with that one.
All right. Jared?
Yeah, pretty solid choices.
James?
Yeah, very solid. No surprises.
Cable, are you upset about no Lindsay?
Oh, look, we all have different tastes, but really, Baylor? Are you fucking kidding me?
Open your eyes, Cable.
She looks like a chipmunk, for Christ's sake.
Please, can someone turn the sticky situation to a really fast song now, like chipmunk version?
Let's move on from Alvin and go into Best New Pre-Jury. Now, not a whole lot of Best New Pre-Juries here, so nearly 50% of the pre-juries will make up our finalists. James, let's start with you. Pre-jury for the last year. Who do you think will make it?
It has to be Vince. I don't care about anybody else. Vince needs to win this category. The end.
Jared?
Yeah, Vince. Who knows? Drew, maybe?
Wow, okay. Alex?
I enjoyed Joaquin early on, so I'm going to hopefully see him in there, but I'm not backing it in.
Rossi?
Surprised we haven't mentioned Kelly Wentworth, because she's popular now.
She is?
Probably so. Who knows?
Cable?
Yeah, I actually voted for Kelly Wentworth, so I agree with Rossi.
Noah?
Vince has to make it, but I also think a lot of Worlds Aparters are good, like Joaquin, Vince, so Lindsay, and San Juan del Sur. I think Nadia and Val are two good ones, and...
Oh, you went. All right.
Again, no one mentioned John Rocker.
Oh, okay.
I'd love a Rocker. You know?
Rocky's not got much love so far tonight. All right, best new pre-jury from the last 12 months from Survivor Worlds Apart. Max Dawson. No, I mentioned him. He's there.
Oh yeah.
From Survivor San Juan del Sur, Kelly Wentworth. I feel like I'm at the Brownlow here. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Joaquin Super Bowl. I'm just calling him Joaquin Super Bowl because I can't pronounce Super Biel.
Super Biel.
From Survivor Worlds Apart, Vince Sly. I can hear James popping out the champagne.
Yeah, very.
And the final one, from Survivor That's a good start. San Juan del Sur. John Rocker.
Oh, you teased us.
Unfortunately, Val didn't get much love. I'm very disappointed in our voters. James, you glad Vince made it?
Yeah, I'm glad. I would have liked to have seen Drew Christie as well, because he was actually quite a big character. I just hope Max Dawson doesn't win. That's all I care.
Well, Vince is now officially an Oscar nominee. Jared?
Yeah, I think it's a good group, a good mix of people from both seasons.
Alex?
I echo James's sentiments in which I just will be happy as long as Max doesn't win.
Rossi?
Yeah, 4 out of 5 good choices.
Cable? Cable? No? Alright, Noah?
Hashtag Rocker Shocker. I didn't expect to see him there, and go Vince. But sad for Nadia.
Yeah, not enough Nadia love. Alright, let's move into Best New Jury from the last 12 months. As in jury player, you don't vote for the entire jury. Rossi, who are you thinking? Rossi.
Sharon, Jen, and probably from San Juan del Sur, Josh and Jeremy.
Okay, Alex?
Keith.
Keith? James?
Yeah, I echo everyone said. Shireen will probably Joe as well. And if you're looking for an entertaining jury member, maybe Alec from his open mouth.
Just for his mouth. Jared?
Same as everybody else. I would like to see Tyler up there.
Okay, Noah?
I'm voting Keith, but if you want an entertaining person on the actual jury, probably
no one?
being Josh every time something happens.
Alright, so you just came back then. Alright, Cable's dropped out, by the way, so Noah just stole his connection. Starting off for new jury. From Survivor, Worlds Apart, Shireen Oskui. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Haley Ford. From Survivor Worlds Apart, Jen Brown.
Come on, SGY do the S, whatever it is.
From Survivor Worlds Apart, Tyler Fredrickson.
Recency bias.
From Survivor San Juan del Sur. It's somebody with a J. Who's getting it? Jeremy Collins! No Josh love. This actually, seriously, big surprise for me that Josh and John Mish didn't get a lot of love. And you will get to see these results of where they finished up. But, I mean, Noah, no John Mish love, no Josh love. A lot of Worlds Apart people in that one.
I missed the last one. What was the last
one? Jeremy Collins.
I'm glad at least one Sam one made it on. Jeremy was entertaining. Yeah, I have Keith.
Yep. Keith.
Jury.
Oh, there you are.
Like, maybe they're thinking more.
Nope. You got again. We'll come back to you now. Cable, are you back?
Yes.
Did you hear those votes?
No, I just heard Jeremy.
All right. Haley, Shireen, Jeremy, Tyler, and Jen.
Yes, I picked Jen.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Rossi?
Yeah, 4 out of 5 good ones.
Alex?
I would have said like 2 or 3 out of 5 at best.
Jared?
Too much Worlds Apart, but happy that Tyler made it.
James?
I'm surprised Joe didn't make it, considering how popular he is. But yeah, I think it's a bit of recency bias as well.
Noah, are you back? No.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think maybe a few too many Worlds Apart. I mean, Josh was good, and John as well. But yeah, all right. Not many people to choose from, really, is there?
Well, we had a lot of returnees already, of course. I mean, Jeremy and Shireen are already on a plane. Well, they're out there filming right now. But then, of course, you look at Joe, Keith. They're out there filming as well. So, yeah, exactly. Interesting. All right. Our final one for the players for the last 12 months. And this is a biggie. Best new player for the last 2 seasons. Now, caused a bit of controversy, this category, in the last 2 years, of course, because both times it has not been won by somebody who has won. Malcolm won it back in 2013 and Spencer won it in 2014. So we're yet to have a winner win this category. Having said that, this is the first time that we've had 2 new winners eligible, because both last 12 months we've only had one of the winners was a new player, if that makes sense. James, best new player for the last 2 seasons, who are you thinking will be up here?
I think Mike and Natalie should get nominated purely because they won. I would like to see Rodney, because I think he played well. I think we'll see Joe and Shirin, though.
Okay, Alex?
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's going to be a lot more worlds apart again. I just don't think people seem to be recognising the Sam Wine-Del-Sur games at this point.
Jared?
Yeah, lots of people from Worlds Apart. Hopefully Carolyn, and then both winners would be good.
Noah?
Yeah, Natalie and Mike are shoo-ins. Hey, Cable, shut your mouth.
Eat your rice.
Drink your beer. I'm hoping for a Carolyn in there. I think she would be good. And also Keith. That's never happening, but Keith would be good. And John, but he's not getting a lot of love, so maybe not.
Just want to point out, Cable typed in our chat, San Juan del Sur equals shit. Cable, you equal shit if you've got that opinion. Cable, who do you want to see?
You're on thin ice.
You're on thin ice, Cable. Thin ice.
Yeah, I agree with... was it James or somebody else that said that, the 2 winners should be definitely in that 5. And I actually picked Carolyn, so I hope Carolyn's in that 5 as well.
Rossi?
Oh. If Natalie does not win this, this list is a sham.
I'm going to hear a lot of that in the next 7 days, trust me. All right. From Survivor, San Juan del Sur, Natalie Anderson. From Survivor, Worlds Apart, Mike Holloway. From Survivor, Worlds Apart, Tyler Fredrickson.
Wow.
From Survivor, Worlds Apart, Rodney Lavoie Jr.
Oh, Rodney!
It's rigged.
And from Survivor, Worlds Apart, Carolyn Rivera.
Yes.
Now, okay, look, I have to personally defend San Juan del Sur here. Again, 4 Worlds Apart, 1 San Juan del Sur people. Noah, you're with me. You're a San Juan del Sur fan. Where's all the San Juan del Sur love?
Yeah, I still can't get over what Cable said, but yeah, well, maybe we didn't have the best players in that season, but still, you'd like to see a few of them in there. John and Jacqueline would be good. But again, Tyler, I didn't even think of him, but he was a great player, and so was Rodney, so I'm not too upset about it, really. I think it's a good 5 there.
Alex?
Yeah, I was going to say, as much as I want to give Sam Wine-Del-Sur love, I mean, we got 4 good ones from Worlds Apart. We didn't get Shireen, so I'm quite comfortable with that.
And, of course, yeah, you make a good point. I think we talked a lot about that during San Juan del Sur. As much as a good season it was, the players weren't exactly brilliant. Well, not that they weren't shit either, but anyway. Rossi?
The winners are there, I'm happy.
James?
I'm really surprised Tyler got a shout-out, but I can't really... I suppose in terms of strategic games, then, yeah, I kind of agree with all the choices.
Jared, you're happy Tyler made it?
Yeah, I think it's a really good group. It's a bit surprising that I suppose some of the more popular people didn't make it. So
Cable's disconnected himself again. All right. There's a good chance that an actual winner might win that for once. Who knows? All right. Let's move into Best Survivor Oz interview for the last 12 months. All of our Ozlets I know are keen listeners of the show that they work on. Noah, including yourself, what interviews do you want to see make this? The ones how many have you listened to?
The third one. No, I've listened to them all. I just don't take note of what year they came out in. But I'm going to say Lynn Spillman was quite informative. Charlie Parsons, was that this year?
No, that was last year.
Oh, well, that was good anyway.
Thank you.
Remind us of just a few of them.
Well, a few names we've got the last 12 months. Jeremy Collins, Ethan Zahn, Keith Nail, Jacqueline Schultz, Natalie Anderson, Tony Flacos, Lynn Spillman, Stephanie Valencia, Stephen Fishback. I'm just pulling random names out here, so not necessarily ones that are in the finals. So
I'll also say Keith, because I got a big shout out in that one. I loved that.
Personal favourite of mine, of course, was Mad Dogs.
Oh, was that? Yeah, Mad Dog gets my number
And
one.
Jolanda for her, doing certain things while she was, anyway.
Mad Dog rapping was the best Survivor Oz moment ever.
In my Bugatti. If you haven't listened to the Mad Dog interview, listen to it for Marilla Mad Dog.
I really hope that wins.
Alex, Survivor Oz interviews.
I'm backing in Keith. I mean, the guy is just hilarious.
Rossi.
Yeah, the Mad Dog one was really good. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but the Ethan interview was really good. That should be in there.
Yep. Jared.
Yeah, similar to what everybody has said. I think Cass's interview's in with a good shot as well.
Very good point, James.
Yeah, I'm backing Cass. Cass and Mad Dog. I thought Cass's interview was really, really entertaining.
Cable, welcome back. We're just talking about best Survivor Oz interviews for the last 12 months. Any particular favourites?
Yeah, I think James just said Mad Dog and Cass. I voted Cass, and it was so hard not to have Mad Dog. Cass was obviously your longest and most probably informative and interesting one, so probably nudged Mad Dog out just.
Now, I just want to point out, this is, to me, in the last 2 years, has been the most shocking category in terms of ones that have been snubbed. And I just want to point out this year, a few this year. All right. Best Survivor Oz interview in the last 12 months from Survivor Cagayan, David Sampson.
David's got his team making progress.
Look, I'm not saying anything. Like, it was a good interview, but I don't know if I'd put it in my personal top 5. From Survivor Cagayan, Spencer Bledsoe. It was a good interview. One of our longest. It was a very good interview.
Wasn't bad.
From Survivor Cagayan, Cass McQuillan. Our longest interview ever. And one of my favourites. From Survivor Cagayan, Trish Hegarty. Good interview.
That was a good one.
So 4 Cagayanians.
Recency bias.
Well, in all fairness, we did interview a lot of them in the last 12 months. And the final one from Survivor Token Cheens, Stephen Fishback.
Oh, yeah.
So Mad Dog robbed! Robbed, listeners! Why do you not put her in there?
Mad Dog was robbed.
Hashtag Mad Dog. Tony, I feel, was robbed. Tony gave a great interview. Lynn, I feel, was robbed. And, yeah, there's a few good ones that I think definitely missed out on it. Rossi...
Mad Dog's clearly the T-bird of
yeah.
commentary.
Rossi, you are an avid survivor. You've got Survivor Oz tattoos all over your body. I mean, do you agree with these 5?
There's no Ethan. I'm so upset.
Ethan's was a very good interview, actually. Alex?
Well, if we were going to extend it to other media, which I would have loved to have actually seen Aston and Christie from The Amazing Race Oz get in there, but that was never going to happen.
Great.
If that was the case, I would have added Priya from Big Brother. Not that any of you here watched Big Brother. Oh, you do, Alex, of course, silly me. Jared, any shocks?
I don't think any huge surprises. I think Cagayan's just such a love season that accounts for a lot.
Cable?
Yeah, look, it was interesting to have, the 4 Cagayan, but I guess, yeah, like you said, I mean, they're all pretty recently, obviously in the last year, you've done them, and also I think it's such a good season, and there was so much strategy and stuff that we didn't get to see, so I guess the interviews were even more informative, just hearing some of the backstories and stuff that we didn't hear, so yeah,
James,
why not?
I'm shocked David Sampson made it over Tony, especially. I thought Tony's was good, but Peter Harkey won last year, so maybe it's a first boot again. We'll see what happens.
No, the first boot king.
Yeah, I wish Peter Harkey came back for another interview. I came out well in that for that Oscar award. That did be good. But yeah, Mad Dog. How can you beat Mad Dog rapping Mad Dog's inmate husband, boyfriend, Mad Dog's ringtone, Mad Dog talking about the rap CDs with the windows down at the petrol station? How can you beat that?
I just want to point out, this is the same listeners that said Earl Cole wasn't deserving of a Final Five last year. So, look, I'm banging out our own listeners here.
But, yeah, it's good to see that David's voting in the Ozcars poll. That's good.
Look, nothing against David. Great guy, very nice guy, and I'm very, that was an interview.
It actually was a pretty good interview.
I mean, that was an interview.
We'd never get him.
Well, I was about to say, that was an interview we never thought would happen. So for that to happen was great. Well, we just thought with who he is and his stature in the world.
Do you know he is a radio whore, media whore over here in Australia?
Yeah,
he's on SEN and stuff all the time.
I just want to point out from a personal point, the guy who hosts this show and has to actually done these interviews, Tony definitely I feel should be up there. Mad Dog should be up there. Even special shout outs to somebody like Garrett, who I think that's a very underrated interview. That was a good interview. No, we just lost you just as you said something. No,
that was Garrett Karma.
Oh, go again, Noah. Or not. All right.
Interviews. All right, never mind.
All right. Let's get into the one that you're all here shitting yourselves about. The Ozlet of the Year. Oh, Cable,
hello, Lancey.
You're relaxed right now, aren't you, Cable?
Yeah, I'm really relaxed.
Well, we're going to have a new winner because we can't... Lancey's not eligible. She's gone. Sorry, folks. Actually, out of all the people who were nominated last year, Ethan's gone, Jared's gone, Lancey's gone, Nick and Noah, you are the only... Well, Nick's not here, but you two are the only people eligible that were in the finals last year. Noah, how are you feeling right now? Who do you honestly think will be nominated for Ozlet of the Year?
Well, it's kind of good. That was all strategic plans by me to get rid of all those other people during the course. But I have pissed off a lot of people over the course of this year, so I'm probably not in there. But I'd expect to see Colin, because he's doing the interviews now. Jared could be in there, but although a lot of people don't see the behind-the-scenes stuff, I'm not sure. I think Nook Chista has a chance. James has a chance. A lot of ridiculous.
Oh, there you are. Hello.
Yeah, people love Rossi's terrible.
Terrible what?
We should go anyway.
If he gets in, if Rossi is in, this poll is rigged and a very unworthy winner.
Rossi, how are you going to fight back with that?
I love you, Rossi. I'm joking.
Well, I was going to say, when you go to me, I was going to say the top three should be Noah, Colin, and Jared, but fuck you, Noah.
You called me an unprofessional, Ross.
Alex, are you hoping for votes for yourself because you're the first name on the thing? I will just say that's Kristen's logic in voting. Whoever is first in the alphabet.
I think certain things might explode if I get nominated, which would be hilarious. I was going to be Kristening for Kristen, but I'm not sure if anyone else will be.
Okay, Jared, how are you feeling? Who else do you think could be up here?
I think Noah's a lock. He's the Spencer Bledsoe of this group.
Don't say that.
What makes bad mistakes and gets in bad positions.
And people want to keep getting rid of him. Yeah,
Colin did message me last month telling me I'm the Charlie Brown of Survivor Oz, so maybe it's an accurate portrayal.
I also think Colin's got a good shot, and even though she probably hates this game, Kristen's probably in with a good chance.
James, how are you feeling, and who else do you think should be up here?
I don't think I'm going to get nominated. I would say Noah's definitely going to be a lock. I would say that Julian, if someone hasn't been mentioned, I think he potentially is a good shot.
Oh, he's in it.
Good old Julian. Cable, as a completely unbiased person now, since you're not eligible, who do you want to see up here?
I don't want to see Noah.
No, I think Noah. Yeah, I agree with what pretty much what everyone else has said. Noah's a lock. Probably you think Colin would have to, how many? Is it just out of the 3 or 5?
No. Right. What do you mean?
Or how many making it?
There'll be 5, as in every category. Okay. Yep.
Oh, so
how are you making it?
No, I thought it might be a smaller group. I thought it might be only 3. Okay, so yeah, Noah and Colin are locks, and I think Nick and probably Julian and
someone that you haven't mentioned, I don't think, and helped a lot on your rankings is Paul Luttrell, even though I don't agree with him most times.
Well, somebody in the chat does. Dylan voted for Paul only because he wasn't a moron about Corinne.
We shouldn't underestimate Kate, because all the Jen Brown voters will be voting for Kate.
34 hours worth of podcasting. I think all four, every Ozlet that wasn't me was a very good shot of that. And Jimmy, stop winning! If he's in this.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy! I hope Jimmy...
All right, the final five. Ozlet of the year from the United States of America. Kristen Kennard!
Oh, she'll be christening about that right after she live tweets about it.
She's in bed right now, come on.
Kristen's live tweeting this, I bet you.
From the United States of America, Anthony Rossi!
No!
Rossi, you're in! Congratulations!
Hours of voting paid off, Rossi.
Congratulations, Rossi. How are you feeling?
Accomplished.
Oh, come on. You are thrilled. From the United States of America, recency bias, Kate McLaughlin!
There's the Jen Brown voting.
From Canada, Colin Hilding! Everyone's racist against Australia. From Australia, Noah Groves.
Woo!
That's
no, mate, not Australia.
Sorry, Jared, James, and Alex, you can leave now. First of all, Noah, how are you feeling? You lost this award last year. You were the runner-up last year to Lancey, and now do you feel you're in with a good shot?
Yeah, I because this North American contingency voters that are saying fuck the Australians, so I thought all the Australians were in trouble, but also Nook Chister, not 2 years in a row, but
poor Nook.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried. It's Australia against the rest of the world here. Not riding.
Alex, are you sulking?
No, it makes my vote easier when I don't have to vote for myself.
Jared, how are you feeling?
Oh, well, I didn't think it was going to happen. I've had too much luck lately. I think there probably was a backlash from Europe about Australia being in Eurovision, and that probably came into it. I'm happy with the 5.
Those Bulgarian voters. James, are you feeling robbed?
I'm not feeling robbed. I think everyone deserves to be nominated. I think Nick writes so much articles, so I think he probably should have been nominated as well. And Julian as well, I think, was also someone who missed out unluckily.
Cable, what are you thinking right now?
I'm laughing at Noah's comment in the chat. I thought Noah would probably be best new villain after some comments he made this year on a particular podcast. But it sounds all good.
All right. Cool.
Rossi shouldn't be there.
Oh, poor Rossi.
Is Rossi the woo of Survivor Oz?
Is Rossi what?
The woo of Australia Oz.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, Rossi hung up!
He hung up.
Oh, no. Okay, well, what have you done?
I think we can have some fun on this show.
Okay.
It's nothing personal. It was just a joke.
Are you back? Are you now, Rossi?
That was the worst insult ever. Woo.
Yeah, I have to admit, Cable, even I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, poor Rossi. Are you okay, Rossi? Do you need a cuddle?
I'll live.
Okay.
He's going to get the sympathy vote now.
It's all that is planned. All right, so the new category for 2015, Best Survivor Media, awarded to the website or podcast or anything similar that provides the best coverage of Survivor in the last 12 months. Rossi, what are you thinking for this category?
I'm just going to go for the one I voted for, the after show, so go them.
Alex?
I assume the after show when Rob has a podcast will get a lot of this, but I actually really enjoy reading Gordon Holmes' recap on Survivor on Xfinity.
Okay, Jared?
Yeah, I agree with Alex. I've really sort of enjoyed all the interviews on Xfinity. Rob has a podcast, obviously has a great shot.
Cable?
I'm going to have to say it's a bit unfair for me to even vote this because I don't actually look at a lot of the other stuff. I just stick to Survivor Oz.
Thank you.
No, yeah. No, that's the thing. I stick to Survivor Oz.
You've been trained well, Dave.
No, but it's true. But I will say I do cheat on the odd occasion and speak to Rob's. Listen to Rob has a podcast, so...
Speak to him.
But no. So I do listen to that. So I voted for Rob. So and that's it. But I can't. In fairness to everyone else, I wouldn't have a clue on
James.
Whether they.
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate Rob Sestino for winning this award because he's
Noah.
Yeah, another trophy for Rob to put on his mantelpiece.
Doesn't get a trophy, gets a printout that's laminated.
Yeah,
we can't afford trophies.
He's lost it in the mail. But
I'm not even going to post it this year. I'm just going to email a PDF.
I voted Survivor Sucks just because I found a lot of funny things on that over this past year. But also, I love Rossi's method of rooting for the after show because that has zero chance.
No love for realityshow.eu, the website that gave us an award.
Who?
And poor David and Jeff Survivor podcast. All right.
You might in there as well.
All right. Best Survivor media. Rob has a podcast. Survivor sucks.
All right, don't say that.
No one mentioned it. Entertainment Weekly, Dalton Ross's coverage.
That's pretty good with Jeff Probst's interview.
Xfinity Hall of Fame, Gordon Holmes' coverage.
Good.
And Survivor After Show.
Oh, what now, Noah?
Was Rossi's one vote enough to get in?
Well, actually, I think all of Rossi's votes for himself. He had to vote for something else in media. So good job, there, Rossi. You got him over the line. No, we kid, Rossi. You're happy though, Survivor After Show. You glad, Rossi?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the only one I voted for. So,
Alex, any shocks or anything there to add?
Oh, I'm just happy Gordon's one got in.
Cool. Cable, anything you want to add there?
Oh, so I just dropped out. What was the last 30 seconds?
Oh, just basically, we want your opinion on the 5 that made it. Did you hear the 5 that made it?
Oh, yeah, I did hear them. So, yeah, that seems all right to me.
Jared?
Yeah, good bunch.
James?
They were great.
Beautiful.
Well done, everybody.
Noah?
I don't think it's a coincidence that Ross and the after show had the exact same amount of votes on the poll.
They didn't, but...
But, yeah, I don't even know what the after show is, so, yeah.
It's a show that comes after the show.
Hashtag justice for the tribe.
Yeah, actually, the tribe. Good point. All right, let's get into the big ones. Sexiest ever male. Now, this is a category that we've had since the beginning and is always a contentious one. Lots of debate goes over this one. Rossi, sexiest ever male of all time. Who are you thinking?
Corridor.
That's it? All right, Alex?
I went for brains as well as looks, but I didn't go for the cliche Spencer. I went for John Fincher.
Ooh, John Fincher. Jared.
I think it's going to be a similar group to previous years, so probably Colby and Malcolm. I don't know if anybody new will sort of crack the top 5.
Cable?
Come on. You even asked me this question?
Yes.
Colby Donaldson. Come on. It'll be Colby all the way.
James, are you hoping for some Rupert love?
Yeah, I would like to see Rupert win, but I think Colby will win, and I think Joe is going to get nominated. I think Joe's going to get the recency bias.
Noah?
Well, if Dan Foley makes the other one, he should make this one.
Mike Barassi.
Barassi, yeah, he's a reigning champ in the finals. Keith Fleming as well. But yeah, I feel like Joe's in for a good shot. Ozzy's always in there. Colby, even though he's Superman in a fat suit, he's like an old man now. Like Colby's like probably 3 times my age at this point now. And yeah, I don't know. I like the John Fincher one. That was completely out of nowhere. It brought back the song, but yeah. Let's get Dan Foley in on this.
Well, the finals last year's category, Jay Byers, he won it. Colby, who's been a finalist in this every single year, the only one alongside Jay who has been a finalist every year, and I should say Malcolm, who won this back in 2013. Malcolm was a finalist last year, Hayden Moss was a finalist last year, and James Clement was a finalist last year, of course. So, the finalists for the sexiest male of all time from Survivor. Philippines and Caramoan Malcolm Freberg. Oh no, Malcolm Love in here. Okay. From Survivor, Australian Outback All-Stars and Heroes vs. Villains, Colby Donaldson.
Old man Colby.
From Survivor, Cagayan, LJ McCannis.
The bold
Preston's votes.
Very unhappy last year that he got beaten by Jeremiah in the sexiest new male, so maybe he can get some revenge here. From
Keep that cap on, LJ.
Survivor Africa, Silas Gaither.
That was a shocker.
The final one. From Survivor... I can't even say this. Samoa Mike Barassi. Oh god, we're gonna get ripped apart for this. The winner, Jay, from last year, didn't even make it. He got beaten by Mike Barassi. Cable. Cable's in shock. Rossi, Mike Barassi has beaten Carter. You're in shock, Alex. Anyone want to talk about Mike Barassi? Alex, please.
Yep.
Cool. Jared?
Oh, it's just a really worthy bunch. Great people, good looking, awesome top 5.
Noah?
I feel like David Sampson also voted for Mike Barassi in this poll. Yeah, Silas is a bit of a shocker.
Yeah.
Like maybe the T-Bird in the second chance kind of brought back the Africa love. So there you go. But Barassi's getting my vote. I love that plaid. How do you even say it? I love the goatee anyway. So Barassi's goatee should be a category in the Oscars.
I'm on the Barassi bandwagon for sexiest male of all time. James, you're on it. Jump on the Barassi bandwagon, please, James.
I just don't understand why you thought it was really funny he got nominated. It's something which I completely see it earlier. It's all about personality, and he seems like a really nice bloke, and I would love him to win.
Well, look, well done,
Alex
James.
said we went brains as well, and Barassi certainly got the brains.
Yes.
Oh, goodness me. All right. This is the big one. Sexiest ever female. Now, this, I will say, to this day, the most viewed page ever in the history of our website is the sexiest ever female from like 2013. What's so funny about that, Noah?
It's the most viewed page, of course it is.
Well, you should see what people Google to get to this page. Now,
we just need to link every single one of our episodes with that page to get all the viewers.
In the history of this award, this is the fourth time we've had this award. One person has won this every single year. It was a tie last year. Parvati has won this award every single year and tied last year with Morgan for the sexiest of all time. So, with that in mind, James, who are you feeling will be nominated this year?
I think the usuals will get nominated. So I think Morgan will. I think Parvati will. I would love, though, to see Julie Berry nominated, because I recently rewatched Samoa, and she is stunning.
Rossi?
T-Bird should win this. Justice for T-Bird.
Hashtag justice for T-Bird. Alex?
Just with Kagayan, besides Morgan, I thought Alexis Maxwell was a really good looker. So she's got no chance, but I'd love to see her in there.
Jared?
Yeah, I think Parvati would do well. Potentially Amanda. I think that there will be somebody from one of the last 2 seasons. I'm not sure who.
Amanda has been nominated in this category, of course, every year as well. Noah?
Declan must be in this. The tie, I did like the tie. That was an Oscar highlight, the tie. But yeah, I feel like Parvati, while she's very worthy of it, she could probably move over for at least 1 year. I think Natalie Tanarelli, she's back in the public's eyes, so I think she's very worthy of this win. But also, not mentioned as much, but criminally underrated, Ashley Underwood. I think that's her name. Is that her name? Underwood? I would almost maybe put higher than Natalie after my Redemption Island rewatch. Yes, that did happen.
Are you alive?
So yeah. Well, I had Ashley and Natalie, and Michaela, she's back in the spotlight, so she could be good. I could go on. Let's get to it.
Cable, sexiest female of all time. Who you think?
Chelsea.
That's it, right? Natalie last year did make the finals, Noah, and Purple Kelly, she made the finals last year. Come on! She's not that forgettable!
Oh, no, she's not.
Alright, top 5 sexiest females of all time from Survivor, China, Micronesia, and Heroes vs. Villains, Amanda Kimmel. Give Amanda some love this year. She always misses out, the poor doll. From Survivor, Cagayan, Morgan McLeod. From Survivor, Cagayan, Jeffra Bland.
There we go.
Yes.
Oh, Rossi's excited. From Survivor, Cook Islands, Micronesia, and Heroes vs. Villains, Parvati Shallow. And from Survivor, Redemption Island, and Survivor Caramoan, Andrea Belke. Cable, you voted a lot this year. Good job.
Yes.
Okay, well, Andrea made these finals 2 years ago, but she's back. Cable, you're excited for that. How are you feeling of these 5? Five words?
Did my picture come up?
Well, not for the listeners, Cable, but are you happy with this 5, Cable?
Yes.
Good. Rossi, you're happy? I heard some Jeffra screaming.
I'm shocked that she made it, but way to go.
Your votes this year are working, Rossi. After show, yourself, Jeffra, Mike Barassi.
All right. Not all of those.
David Sampson. Alex, good 5?
You can nearly always have a good 5 in this category.
Jared?
Yeah, good group.
Beautiful. Noah?
It's a good 5. Jeffra's a bit of a shock, but Jack, how can the vote? I can't comprehend how the voters cannot put Jacqueline Schultz / Mish into this top 5. And we had Redemption Island, but we didn't have the Golden Girls in Ashley and Natalie Tanarelli. But Andrew's an alright one as well. Jacqueline, what's happening?
I'm shocked no Purple Kelly. Come on, James.
Can we have a write-in vote? Bring Jacqueline back.
Yeah, like what? Did we have that campaign? Yeah, do it. James?
I think Jeffra's a bit of a surprise, although I did think she was attractive. But guys, go back and watch Vanuatu. The only one to actually get with Jeff probes is Julie Barrett.
Yes. Well, that we know of, James.
I heard Boston Robin Colby.
Andrew Savage.
Jared, anything to add?
Whoa.
Jared, anything to add?
Not on top of what I already said.
Oh, you already talked. So I don't know. Talks, I'm losing it. Now, before we get into the final 4, the big 4 categories, I skipped over. Actually, I should have done this one before I did the sexiest ones. Greatest third boot of all time. Of course, each year we add a boot. We're up to third boot now. We'll be finished by the time we get to about 2029. All right, Alex, best third boot of all time. It's a very interesting category, I feel, this year. Very wide open category, Mr. Marilla.
It was. A lot of good candidates. I actually went back to Survivor Amazon with Daniel Liu.
Oh, this is Dan Liu.
Daniel Liu.
I just want to get him in the finals so I can ring him up and get his voicemail again.
Was that an interview this year or was that last year?
That was on the Christmas episode last year. We just kept getting his voicemail.
I should have voted for that one.
Rossi.
Obviously, we have to have Sylvia in this. Mad Dog.
Yes, justice for Mad Dog.
The new Bugatti.
Cable.
It has to be Mad Dog. I didn't look at any of the other options. It was Mad Dog all the way.
Jared.
The only name I saw on the list when I looked at it was Dan Liu, and I just thought, bring back Dan Liu.
James.
Yeah, got to be Mad Dog. I just hope it's not any returning players who then get booted third, because that always really annoys me when that happens.
Noah.
A third boot is as esteemed as first and second, but maybe I shouldn't have rewatched Redemption Island. But I voted Christina Kell.
You
KK.
did.
I was impressed with her on my rewatch. But yeah, Mad Dog, justice for Mad Dog. I voted Christina, but I hope Mad Dog wins.
I think you're the only person who voted for Christina. All right. Let's get into it. The greatest third boots of all time from Survivor Cook Islands, JP Calderon. Billy did not vote that one. Justice for Billy.
Bring back Billy.
I'm losing the plot. From Survivor Micronesia, Yellman Chad.
Returning player, always have an advantage.
From Survivor Cagayan, Bryce Johnston. From Survivor One World, Matt Quinlan.
The Rooster.
I like that vote. I'm glad One World's getting some love. And from Survivor Fiji, Sylvia Kwan.
Mad Dog.
I know. I think, in all honesty, every single Ozlet, I swear, voted for Mad Dog pretty much, except for you, Noah. But no Mad Dog love. And no Dan Liu love. I'm angry. Alex, you're about to hang up, aren't you?
Well, only if I can hear Dan Liu's voicemail again.
Rossi, your thoughts on you got Ducky Quan over the line. Good job again, Rossi.
I'm 4 for 4 now. Woo.
Cool. Cable.
I didn't hear them all because I dropped out yet again. My weather in this part of town has been really shit tonight.
Yeah, man. Bryce, Sylvia, Matt Quinlan, and JP Calderon.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Really? Seriously, again?
No, it's all a joke. Mad Dog is nominated in all of the categories.
Was Ryan Skinny Ryan a possibility?
Was he the third boot?
Was he a second
no, it was
boot?
Michelle from Pearl Islands who was up. Revenge, baby.
That's yeah, I don't know.
Jared.
I demand a recount on this one.
James.
Yeah, Mad Dog not being there is a joke.
Veto.
It's just it quite annoys me.
Oh, poor James is annoyed. Noah.
Yeah, I'm with James in the corner. Her inmate husband's going to come out for everyone who, our man and JP and Christine.
It is Bugatti.
What was I going to... Leslie.
Yes.
She's a Survivor Oz favourite.
I know.
We love Leslie, so don't know about why she wasn't in there. And Rocco could be good, and also Stacey Stillman.
Yes.
Stacey was robbed. I would love to send you a laminated award to Stacey Stillman.
She'd sue me.
She would be putting up a video just burning award right up.
A Survivor Award. I'm suing.
Yeah, justice for Stacey.
Mad Dog robbed in 2 categories tonight. All right. Into the Big Four. The Big Four. We've got best season, best player never to have won, best winner, and greatest player of all time. Best season. Now, This is a category that has been won by one season every single year, except to controversially last year won by Cagayan. People said it was recency bias. We'll soon see if that happens again this year. Someone else from Worlds Apart will make the final five. Who knows? Rossi, best season. What are you hoping for here? Nothing, Rossi? All right. Alex, what are you hoping for here?
I'd love a boil over. Not going to happen. I'd love to see something like Gabon get up, but I know it won't. No, yeah, that's good for me. I'll just back Gabon in.
Jared?
I think it will be a similar group to last year, but I would like some surprises. I think China potentially could sneak in there.
Okay, Cable?
Why would they shouldn't change from last year, really. Because these 2 seasons are shit. The last 2. So on that premise, the 5 from last year should be the top 5 again.
5 from last year was Cagayan, Blood vs. Water, Heroes, Villains, Micronesia, and Pearl Islands. Noah?
Yeah, and leave it like that.
I feel like we may be saying "told you so" to a lot of the listeners with the Cagayan thing. I don't think it was recency bias. I think if it's not in the top 5, then it's going to be close. I feel like Blood vs. Water stock has maybe gone down a bit over time. And I'm pulling for a Gabon one. I'd love Gabon in there and Cook Islands, but that's never happening. And I don't think it will be recency bias. I think Sam Wandel is out, which I'm upset about.
James?
I want Pearl Islands to take its rightful crown for once. It is the best season. There will never be a better season. Please go Pearl Islands, go Pearl Islands, go Pearl Islands.
Pearl Islands has been nominated every single year and has never won it. So we'll see how that plays out this year. Best season of all time. The nominees for 2015 Survivor Pearl Islands.
Woo! Revenge, baby.
Survivor Heroes vs. Villains. Survivor Micronesia. Survivor the Australian Outback. Returns after a couple of years away. And Survivor Cagayan. Told you so! Alright, well, fairly standard for Cable. I think you pretty much called it there. Well, he's gone, actually. Rossi, no real shocks here, I guess. That's just your standard 5, right? Beautiful. Alex, your standard 5?
Yes, standard 5.
Jared?
Yeah, that's a good group.
James?
Yeah, happy Australian Outback got in there. I think Micronesia is overrated, but you can predict that it would probably make the group, so no complaints.
Same as Pearl Islands and Micronesia have made it every single year, but neither have ever won it. Noah?
I wish there were a few more shocks in there, but I'm going to be waiting for Pearl Islands on this one.
And Cable's hung up. All right. So the last 3. Let's go into greatest player never to have won. Now, this is an award that has been won by a different player every single year. Rob Cesternino won it in 2012, Sari won it in 2013, and Russell won it last year. Rossi, who do you want to see make up the final 5 here? Nobody? Cool. James, who do you want to see?
I want to see Rob Cesternino, Sari, Johnny Fairplay, and the others I don't care.
Noah?
Fairplay could be fun, but maybe recency bias will help. Based on votes from last week, maybe not. But Carolyn, she should be up there as greatest player to never win in the category, so I'm hoping Carolyn makes it, but I predict it will be Rob or Sari again.
Alex?
Yeah, I was going to say Rob and Sari are the safe picks. I'd love to see someone like Jonathan Penner get in there, because I think he was great when he returned in Philippines, so I'd love to see someone like that up there.
Jared?
I would like to see Amanda back in the top 5, but I think that it will stay pretty similar to last year.
Last year's final 5 was Russell, Sari, Rob, Coach, and Spencer. Previous year it was Sari, Rob, Russell, Amanda, and Ozzy. The final 5 for 2015 for greatest player never to have won from Survivor, Amazon, and All Stars, Rob Cesternino. Rob Sestranino, according to somebody who's hung up on us. From Survivor, Panama, Micronesia, and Heroes vs. Villains 3. Field. From Survivor, Samoa, Heroes vs. Villains, and Redemption Island, Russell Hance. Now, I believe this person was nominated the first year, but I don't have that list in front of me. But he returns from Survivor, Australian Outback, All-Stars, and Heroes vs. Villains, Colby Donaldson!
No.
No. And the fifth nominee from Survivor, Samoa, Brett Klauser.
I was so backing Mike Barassi for a sec.
Well, I honestly, yeah.
He was never voted out.
Well, Alex, Brett.
I like Brett. I always liked Brett. I just don't quite know how he got in the top 5, but I like Brett, and I really like Samoa, so I'm okay with that.
Okay, Noah?
I liked Alex's point that technically Barassi was never voted out, so that's pretty good on his track record. Yeah, Brett, that's a big fat joke. We were laughing at Mike Barassi as sexiest male. Brett Klauser? Are you freaking kidding me? If he wins this, I give up.
Rossi, are you talking yet? Obviously not. Jared?
Yeah, Brett's a bit of an interesting one, but it's always good to sort of have some surprises in the mix, so I'm okay with that.
James?
Really pleased to see Colby get nominated. I think he deserves it. He played a really good game in Australian Outback, so yeah, happy.
Cable's just died, I think. Alright, the last two. Greatest winner of all time. Now, this, of course, was my favourite category last year because a certain Brian Heineck won it. Yeah, I completely rigged it, folks. Noah, best winner of all time. Who do you want to see?
Earl Cole is the best winner of all time, and I didn't actually vote this year. I really should have voted. I don't know if you counted our send-in votes. I hope you did.
You did. I did, yes.
Yeah, I didn't get around to doing the actual rigging it so Rossi doesn't win, but yeah, I didn't vote, but I'm hoping people vote for Earl because he is the greatest winner of all time, and I feel like Mike and Natalie have a good shot, and also maybe Tony as well. A lot of Kagiar love this episode.
Rossi?
Natalie better be in there. And Tina Weston, just throw support for Tina.
Yes. Alex?
2 for 2, you really can't go past Sandra. I think I've gone back on the Sandra train this year.
Jared?
Yeah, Sandra and Kim. I would like to see Denise in the top 5, although I don't think she'll make it.
James?
Apart from the people not mentioned, I think Tom Westman should be up there, and JT gets a bad rap because of his game in Heroes vs. Villains, but he's the first one to get every jury vote and never get a vote during the game, so he's a big winner.
Rossi, did I ask you? I don't know if you're talking yet. No, all right. Now, I actually just really quickly. Actually, it's a very good point. I've actually just had literally sent in a message here, to our page. And this is actually completely my bad here on the votes here. Lou, thank you very much for sending this in because I've realised my mistake.
Daniel?
Say that again.
Daniel Lou?
No,
Yeah.
no, Lou, just Lou.
Hey, this is Dan Lou, and I've got a comment.
Now this is my bad. I've misread my votes because going back to the third boot, absolutely correct. Lou's message in saying JP is a 4th boot, not a 3rd boot, and that Cecilia was a 3rd boot from Cook Islands.
Mansilla.
So in terms of
controversy.
Well, hang on, it's not really because I've written JP, and that of course is John Palyok from Vanuatu.
You dumb.
So thanks, Lou. I am an idiot. So it's actually John Palyok. What's JP? It's there's 2 JPs.
You can't count that vote because people were voting for JP. JP got his mum to vote for him, and it wasn't.
No, the actual ballot did say John Palyok, but I've written JP. So no, there's no.
No, I don't buy that John Palyok got in the top 5. I think we should go to number 6.
The in all fairness, the votes are there. Cable, are you there?
Yes, I'm back.
We've just got a bit of controversy going on here when I realised that...
idiots.
If we were to go to number 6... or maybe... Shall I open it up to 6 then, to be fair?
This category should include 6 people in it.
Sorry, what's the controversy?
All right, the controversy is that I announced in the best third boot that I said JP Calder on. JP correctly is a fourth boot. I've written down JP on my piece of paper, and I've meant it as John Palyock from Vanuatu, but I've automatically jumped to the
We
conclusion.
are supposed to be Survivor experts, and none of us picked up the Cecilia.
This is why we don't. This is why we don't nominate ourselves for best media, folks. Like,
Well, you could say he was third Latino boot.
Well, in all fairness, there has been no mistake made. The votes are in. JP does. It's unfair to include the sixth one. So no, I'm not including.
6 should be included because you were being false.
No, I'm not including 6. I'll give away. You'll see who was 6 when we put out the list. So no. All right. Controversy averted. Whatever. All right. No write-in votes from JP Calderon fans. He's nominated next year for Best Fourth Boot. Okay, we're up to Greatest Winner of All Time. This is a category that I should mention has been won by a different person every single year as well. Two-time winners of this one. So Kim Spradlin won this award in 2012, Parvati won it in 2013, and Brian Heideck won this award last year. And I believe off the top of my head, Kim, Parvati, and Sandra have been nominated for this every single year. I think Todd might have as well. I don't know if he was nominated in the first year. So, greatest winner, the final 5 from Survivor, Pearl Islands and Heroes vs. Villains, Sandra Diaz-Twine. From Survivor, One World, Kim Spradlin. From Survivor, Thailand, Brian Heideck. See, my votes are working this year. From Survivor China, Todd Herzog.
Go Todd.
And from Survivor Cagayan, Tony Vlachos. No Parvati! The Auslan Queen! She's out! Cable, you're not happy.
Look, I'm not a massive Parvati fan, but I still rate her as the best player. So for her not to make the 5, I think it's a bit of a joke.
No Richard Hatch. Richard's dropped off a couple of years now. Rossi, are you alive?
Parvati was robbed.
Oh, there you are. You're alive now. Good. Alex?
I guess you could suggest that, but there weren't too many that I'm disappointed with. Again, Earl not being in there is a bit of a shame.
Earl made my top 5 this year. I just want to point that out. Jared?
I think it's a good group. I don't think you can go too far wrong with the best winner category.
James?
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy. I think I've got Parvati in my bottom 10 winners, so I'm happy she didn't make it. There's a lot better winners out there.
Noah?
Earl was completely robbed, and anyone who didn't vote for him have to have their Earl Club membership revoked.
Yes!
It's a crime. You're out of the club.
Alright, so we're into the big one. The greatest player of all time. Again, another category that has been won by 3 different people in the 3 years we've had it. Sandra won it in 2012. Her only Oscar win, can you believe that? Parvati won it in 2013, and Boston Rob won it last year. So, the final 5 last year quickly was Boston Rob, Brian Heideck, Parvati, Sandra, and Todd. On that knowledge, Alex, what are you feeling for greatest player of all time in 2015?
I'm still on that. You got to get to the end and make sure everyone likes you. So I've got to go Sandra because 2 for 2. You can't deny that.
Well, according, of course, to our poll this year, 34 hours worth of rankings, she was the greatest of all time. Jared?
Yeah, I think Sandra will be up there. I think Kim could sort of get into that top 5 group.
Okay, Kim missed out last year, of course, on this category. James?
The 5 will be Parvati, Sandra, Boston Rob, Tony, and I don't know, the 4th. But I want Coach and Rupert to get there because they're the most entertaining.
Noah?
Rupert being there is like Mike Barassi being there.
Hey!
I like Rupert. I'm a Rupert fan, but maybe I'm not. Earl needs to be there. He is one of the greatest, if not the greatest player of all time. That's from the chairman of the Earl Club saying that there. So I voted Earl, but I feel like it will be much the same as the last category you just talked about. And any excuse to get Kim Spradlin on the show is a good excuse.
All right, cable's gone. All right, here we go. The final 5, the top 5, the greatest player of all time from Survivor Cook Islands, Micronesia, and Heroes vs. Villains. The 2013 winner, Parvati Shallow. From Survivor, Pearl Islands, and Heroes vs. Villains, Sandra Diaz Twine, the 2012 winner. Got your heart excited there, James. From Survivor, I haven't said this guy's name at all tonight. Marquesas, All-Stars, Heroes vs. Villains, and Redemption Island, the reigning champion, Boston Rob Mariano. From Survivor, Cagayan, Tony Vlachos. A lot of love for Tony this year in the two main ones. And from Survivor, Vanuatu, Chris Doherty. Whoa! Didn't make the winners, but he makes the greatest of all time. And from the winners, Todd and Brian don't make it. But yeah, interesting. No Kim again. Noah, what are your thoughts on the 5 greatest of all time?
I'm a little confused how Parvati can be in there, but not in the greatest winners.
We get this question a lot, don't worry.
I'm just saying it for everyone who was singing it. Now you don't have to message it in. There you go. The People's Oslet hashtag vote for me. Yeah, I think Earl should be in there, but I'm really happy for Chris. I might chuck a vote on Chris just because it's Chris and he made the top 5. That's pretty cool.
Alex?
Again, it's hard to go wrong with this category. The main ones there that are in there, I think, deserve to be in there. Again, very happy with the Chris decision in there too.
Hashtag Heidick was robbed. James?
Yeah, I'm quite pleased I picked 4 of them. But Chris is a bit of a shock, but I'm happy. He's a very entertaining player, but Rupert and Coach were robbed once again, and it's devastating.
Jared?
Yeah, I think it's a solid group. 5 good players.
Hashtag justice for Mad Dog. Rossi?
I'm a bit upset that Mike Barassi didn't make this category.
Boo! Where's Mike Barassi?
You should have chucked another 100 votes on.
Alright, well there we go. There are the Oscar nominees for 2015. We will put these all up on our website, survivoroz.com, and the voting lines will open very, very shortly. In just under a week, we will announce these live next Sunday, Australian Eastern Time. It's going to be during the day for us and night time for America. As always, we will extend the invitation out to all our nominees, and we will see who accepts it to come onto the show. Look, we might get none. But look, I'm at least hoping that Survivor Cagayan will come on the show this year. So we'll have to wait.
Oh, what happened to best location?
Oh, that went after a year. Like, come on, we can't do that every year. They use the same one every year now. Like, Noah, thank you for your time and good luck. Give a quick pitch for why people should vote for you for Oslet of the Year.
You should vote for me because it would be a whole mockery of the show if Rossi was voted best of the year. Plus, I'll give you gifts.
Gifts is in like the animated pictures. Okay.
I'll send you a gift.
Alex, thank you, and give out a special shout out to anyone you feel should get voted for in a certain category.
Thank you. We should all be voting for Keith in anything Keith is in.
Who's only up for best hero, but okay. James, anything? Who do you want people to vote for?
Ladies and gentlemen, please vote for Vince Sly for Best Pre-Merge Boot of 2015.
Jared, come on, campaign for somebody.
Really, as long as people aren't voting for Boggy, I'm all good. People would chuck some votes Tyler's way, that'd be good.
Boggy for best boot.
Justice for Boggy. Rossi, give us a pitch as to why you should win Oslet of the Year.
You should vote for me because you wouldn't want to vote for the racist Noah.
Oh, Rossi went down that path.
Shots fired.
And just in breaking news, Rossi has been declared ineligible from the Auslan of the Year category. Kidding, Rossi.
Playing dirty.
Mad Dog wouldn't have done that. She's deserving. We will be back in a week. As I said, SurvivorOz.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. You know the rest. Thank you to everybody who tuned in live via Spreecast, to Dylan, to Lou for messaging me in and my little mistake. And to everybody else, thank you very much. We will be back next week. Until then, enjoy voting. Vote a lot. And we will speak to you soon on Survivor Oz on the trains. #Justice for Mad Dog.